Hello, good afternoon and welcome to the Bailey Group Coronavirus Question and Answer Update for this week 5 of our lockdown questions and answers. So today I thought I would concentrate on the furlough questions and also on some holiday questions around furloughing, which I'm being asked a lot about, and we'll go through those in a minute. So first of all, the furlough piece. So you'll all be appreciative that on Monday this week, the HMRC opened the portal, which meant that you could actually claim your 80% furlough payments. Now this portal is very, very straightforward. It's very easy to use. You've just got to have quite a bit of information. And the information that you need are simple things. So you will need your tax reference, number one, of the business that pays the wages. You will need the pay-as-you-earn reference of the business that pays the wages. You'll also need the number of employees that you're claiming for, and also the amount of claim. Now, the important thing about the claim is that it needs to be split between 3 pieces. You need the gross wages, the 80% obviously of the gross wages, the employer's national insurance, and the employer's pension contributions. Again, 80% of those last 2 as well. You will also then need the name and the national insurance number of each employee that you are claiming, and the bank account where you want the money to go to. So it's a reasonably straightforward form. And one of our regular contributors, David from Hartlepool, was on the ball straight away on Monday morning, calling me up, asking me about the form. Well done, David. Got it filled in nicely. And it came to the end, came to the last box, pushed the button to send it off, and it didn't work. So he rang me in a panic. We went through the form. Unfortunately, David's not very computer literate. He was on the wrong website. So just make sure you're on the correct website, and then it will work. And yes, we helped David through, and David put his form in, one of the 140,000 people who did it on the very first day. So well done, David. He was up to the mark, got it all done. And obviously we helped him through, like we can with all clients and non-clients. We can help you through the form. We've put together a step-by-step guide for any clients who want to do it themselves or non-clients. If you look at the bottom of this video, there'll be an email address that pops up on your screen. You can email in and we'll send you out our guide. Very easy to follow. So we've had some questions, as I said before, about holidays and what happens under the furlough scheme with holidays. Mainly these have come from a very good client of ours, one of our oldest clients, Paddy from Wynyard. So let's just go through these holidays. So the first question Paddy says is, do my staff accrue holidays whilst they're on furlough? Well, the answer is yes. And why is the answer yes? The answer is yes because when a staff member is on furlough, he is still or she is still covered by her contract of employment. So they still accrue holidays. So what happens if we want to pay holidays on furlough? Well, if staff take holidays and you have to pay for them, then you still can claim the 80% grant of that holiday pay, but you must pay the 20% extra because it's holiday pay and they're due it. So the government will reimburse the 80%. Paddy then says, well, can I actually force my staff to take holidays whilst they're on furlough? The answer again is yes, you can. But be careful here, Paddy, because there is a real kicker. You need to give the staff notice if you want them to do this. And that notice has got to be twice the amount of days they want to take. So if they want to take 4 days off, you need to tell them that it's 8 days notice you've got to give them so they have to take the 4 days off. And then he says, I've got a really busy business. What happens when I get back to normal and employees then want to take holiday? But actually I don't want them to because I want them to work for me whilst we're in our busy time. Well, yes, you can stop them taking holiday, Paddy, but as long as there is a proper business reason for doing so. And that's really important. There needs to be a business reason and you need to be able to prove that. He then said to me, well, hang on a minute, at the moment, there have been Easter, and then if the lockdown continues, there will be the May bank holidays. So what about those? What happens to those? Well, it's pretty straightforward in this piece, Paddy. If the worker normally works a bank holiday, then it's dealt with exactly the same way as any other furlough claim. If the worker does not work a bank holiday as normal, then they are due that holiday and you need to top up that pay with that date. Or you can give them a day in lieu. There's no problem with doing that at all. We had a very interesting question from Tony from Liverpool. Tony, if you remember, was our old client. He was on benefits, he didn't know whether he could survive. And ordinarily Tony, he's a bit of a rotund character, but Tony actually has a part-time job at Christmas. He sits in bins in Middlesbrough as the Father Christmas, which is great and lovely, helps the community out, fabulous, well done Tony. But he's saying bins give him some holidays, but can he actually roll them over? And can they stop him from rolling over? Well, actually, bins can't make him take the holidays, because at Christmas time, when we're all out of this, then it won't be reasonable for him to be able to take his holidays. So bins, sorry Tony, you may have to sit in your little igloo whilst you're seeing the children again, because bins could say it's not reasonably practical for you to be able to take your holidays. So you'll have to roll them over. Now, what happens with a rollover? Well, with a rollover, as you all know, everyone in the country is due 28 days holiday. 20 days are normal 4 weeks, and then 8 days, which are the bank holidays that are added onto the 20, so it's 28 days. So the government have said that for those 20 days that you can take whenever you want, you can roll those over for up to 2 years. For the other 8 days, which is 1.6 weeks, you can only roll those over for 1 year. If you leave the employment in the period before you've taken those holidays, then you can get them paid out. Not the bank holidays, but you can get the other ones paid out, the 4 weeks paid out. So you just need to be careful of that piece of it, because holidays are really complex. Now, that's all I want to say today about it. Another short one this week. What I would want to emphasise, though, is the government's statements all the time about please stay at home. Now, you'll see behind me, I've got Sean and I've got Benny, our little mascots behind me there. The two of them are really silly. They think that you can actually not get the virus by drinking so much Corona. Clearly not right. What you have to do is stay at home and just sit out this period for the next 2 or 3 weeks. That's all it's going to be, 2 or 3 weeks more, and then we'll all be allowed to get back to our lives. So thanks very much for listening, and I'll look forward to next week's video. Cheers.